always play pretend with a helping hand. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. This is not the end, and I drop again, but I'm not giving up, giving up, giving up, no. Used to fly higher and higher. These days I'm just going down.
She walks in fury into the night. Her blameless fires burn the sky.
There we go. Okay, so apparently in this game, my two cough buttons and whatnot start and stop my engine and put me in reverse. But anyway, that's good to know. That way we won't be doing that accidentally. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the American Trucker series. Today we are going to be departing out of our Las Vegas location. Oops. As you see, we do have the, excuse me, I don't know what the fuck just happened to my voice just now, but you know. As you see, we now have the version 1.31, where we have now the new airlines and whatnot in the back that actually give more of a realistic wave and wiggle as it goes as you drive across. Also, they actually connect, and you can see them stretch and contract. Just like you would on a real semi. It does bring a lot of realism. And the more I watch these things, the more I can understand from a programming perspective why it took 2 years for SCS to be able to get those to work. So, I can understand it, because that's a nuance to detail like no other. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and exit our garage here. We'll top off our fuel tank once we get outside, assuming we don't hit those tires. Who put those tires there, goddammit? Okay, we'll go ahead and top off our tank. We have a load waiting for us. It's over at Best Buy, just off the strip, or at least what's just off the strip in this game. Okay, we'll go ahead and top off. This is why I love the big garage. It does mean that whenever I buy a new garage, that does wind up costing me about $1 million a garage, but you know, I'm pretty sure I can afford it. I've only got $192 million sitting over there. I absolutely love my Bear insignias all over the place. I think my personal favorite is still the one in the very back, along with the one that's on the door. I just think it just looks fantastic. Fairly simple and easy skin that I've made. It just has the eggshell blue that's very very identifiable with ACS. And which is the actual company. So at the time, I just simply brought ACS down into the game, and then when me and Zach and Jay and Derek, we formed, and Garrett as well, we formed the American Patriot Trucking Company. I simply added the words, as you see in the beginning of the show, ACS Trucking, a subsidiary of APT or something. I can't remember how I worded it. Honestly, I don't pay attention to it after I make the loading screen. As long as there's not a major flaw in it. So that way I can leave this truck and all my other 100 plus trucks labeled as they are, and it still works. As most people know, I'm a big one for continuity, and you do have to maintain a certain level of it in order to have a successful series. I'm sure Dan would attest to that, along with Sean as well. So, I want to thank everyone who's joined in here today. We are coming out to you live as we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't ask me why I decided to say them all out instead of saying Monday through Friday, but you know, we won't get into that. But I want to thank you for coming out and joining us. There are a couple links down there where you can track our progress during this delivery. There we go. Couldn't figure out the word I was groping for. Actually, I think I just delivered to these guys last night, actually. Be something if that was the trailer I just delivered to them. So, as you see, we are going to be taking a Best Buy trailer, and we're going to be taking some pallets over. Apparently, Walmart has purchased them, and so we're going to be going out over into Sacramento today. Just a little run in the locality. Let's see. Nope, the trailer I delivered last night's gone. It was right in that back corner. If you want to see pictures of that, all you got to do is, yeah, I'm not going to make that turn. All you got to do is go ahead and join up with our Discord server, and permit me to put those links in the chat for you guys on Twitter. I normally do this at the beginning of the broadcast. I forgot to do it. And let's see here. Twitter, Discord, and don't remember if, oh, yes, I did YouTube. What am I missing? Twitter, YouTube, Discord. I gotta keep a list here. I just, you know, I normally employ a moderator to do this for me, and I can't remember all this shit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and back into our trailer here. Not literally. As you see, we are still driving our T680. I have thought about switching over to trying out a Peterbilt for a little bit, but just haven't gotten serious enough about that yet. Oh, Jesus Christ. How long? Wow. I can spell so fucking good. Maybe I could, maybe I could set some money aside and I could go learn how to spell. Okay, as you see, the lines are still hanging. We're going to go ahead and attach her. There they are. I just think those are so damn cool. Anyway, on we go. Onward to Sacramento. Trip over here is going to be about 550 miles, so we're just going to be a very much so in the neighborhood delivery here. Funny thing is, our delivery to this same Best Buy yesterday was Best Buy to Best Buy, and it was San Francisco to Las Vegas. I don't see the point of me having to stop, considering this road is an access road belonging to Best Buy, but you know. Go look for logic in road planning after you play GTA for long enough. Okay. Take a left up here. running off the Kenworth with a 600 horsepower engine, T680 cab with a 7-speed differential. So, pretty decent size. I love how the logo even how the trailer even has the BestBuy.com on it too. So, they did a really good job making the Best Buy trailer. Probably could have had my signal on a little longer to let that FedEx guy know I was returning, but I didn't. Sometimes I go first person. A lot of times it's, you see me go first person in this game. A lot of times it's because, believe it or not, for those who haven't played this game, you wouldn't know, but this diesel engine gets very loud after about an hour, and not even a lot louder than it is now. But you try having a stream with a diesel engine in your ear for an hour. Oh, Jesus Christ. Take the fucking speeding ticket and shove it up your ass. What the fuck? Okay, I was speeding, but come on. Goddamn cops are making a living off me. $1,000 here, $1,000 there. Okay, anyway. I mean, I was speeding. I can't contest the ticket anything more than that. Oh, illegal broadcasting. Actually, that was pretty cool, actually. I don't think I've ever saw a broadcasting truck on the side of the road like that before. Oh, I gotta get over. Okay. Oh, hell. There we go. I got it. Okay, so the one thing is with ATS 1.31, there are a lot of things that were compatible. I haven't checked for Canadian mod update, but one other thing that was incompatible was the no barriers. I haven't checked for an update for that, but there's a reason for that. And the reason is because, for those of you who haven't used the no barriers before, then you won't know this. For anyone who has, hopefully you have not figured out the way I had to, that it doesn't actually remove the wall. It removes the visible barrier, but it doesn't remove the wall. So, because of which, because of which you can hit the wall and not realize you hit the wall. Okay, so we are on the 15. This will take us, they're going to have us hit the 5 at some point in here, but that won't be until we hit California. Got her up to 80. I'm going to enjoy the higher speed limit while I can. I'll probably enjoy it while I'm in, Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place. All over the world. Okay, almost caused an accident, trying to read text. This is why they say don't text and drive, and as you can tell, we already crossed the California line. For those who say that I may have crossed too soon, please keep in mind that the game is built on a 1:20 ratio, which means 1 mile in game time is equal to 20 miles. Well, once again, Cirrus, as I've told Dan, the mod that I'm currently using that is available for the real-world logos, it is actually not produced by SCS. It's actually produced by individual modders. So they may have garnered the licensing, hopefully. If they have not, then, well, then they could receive a, if Best Buy were to be found out that their logo is being used in this video against their will, they could actually send a cease and desist to myself and to anyone else using the real world logos. Would they? I couldn't see Best Buy doing that, as I couldn't see Walmart or FedEx doing it, because, hey, it's free advertising, you know, and it's not like we're doing something. It's not like we're going out in the center of the desert and lighting it on fire. You know, we're just doing a delivery, showcasing them doing business, and periodically they get their logo shown. And I just want to put on the record right now, I am not being sponsored in any part by Best Buy. Even though I do probably about 90%, let's be truthful, probably about 60% of my deliveries are with Wally World. I would say 30% have now started coming from Best Buy, and the other part of it being a mix between FedEx and Tesla. So we are now 457 miles to go. We might have to stop here, believe it or not, to rest. But I'm going to try not to. But unfortunately, he was kind of tired on the way back from San Francisco. So I don't know if I'm going to get all the way to Sacramento this time without having to rest at least once. 8 hours is about the limit. So once again, want to thank everyone who's joining in here today. Today, normally a GTA day. GTA, as many people may or may not know, if you didn't join in yesterday, GTA was giving me a problem. Me and Jay have been talking about trying to get LSPDFR to work in the on the web, you know, multiplayer between computers, and we've been trying to do that. I tried to set mine up. I forgot completely that I put those files in the scripts folder, and they're incompatible with version 61 of Rage plugin, and it was making the game crash. After I moved them, I was able to bring the episode yesterday, so, but not on Monday. Amazingly enough, which is really sad, is if I don't stream a day, I forget what day it is. So, little insight into me. Anyway, so we are in California. We crossed pretty fairly quick. They should be having us, I think, switch up to the 5, I believe. Fuck me. And hit the truck. Yep. I should have hit my brake. I didn't. That one's on me. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to corner, but I didn't. I'll go into the slower lane here. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to slow down anyway. Got a member of the Popo in front of me. I mean, I'm trying now to not get ticketed every single episode. Yeah, I'll do what I can. I've been trying to... The trailers are a little bit more tricky. I did try to get an ACS logo truck. I'm not sure if I put it on the wrong type of truck or what the hell I did. But, yeah, the ACS logo isn't. But yeah, no, yeah, if you'd like to, you could send that to me and I can see what I can do. Okay, we're going to slow it up here so I can maybe get past this guy without getting a ticket. I do like the work they did on the FPIUs in this game for the California Highway Patrol. Oh, fuck. How the hell did I know they were going to have me get off in Bakersfield? You son of a bitch. Okay, Mr. Popo, I got to take the... Oh, no, not this exit, huh? Okay. Absolutely serious. Okay, hope that Popo's far enough back. Okay, here we go. Come on, Mr. Box Fan. There's no one coming. Let's go. And because this is it's in one of the 4 states of the SCS, of the SCS brand. It's within California, New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada. Because of that, you are actually able to track my real-world performance right now, or not performance, but track it on a satellite map. And that is available at map.vtlog.net/ATS. You can open that in another browser, and you can actually track me in real time. You'll see a little blue dot somewhere in Barstow, right, or Bakersfield. I'm not sure what one they're having me get off at. I honestly wasn't paying that much attention. Am I getting off here? Yep. And then you'll see a little blue dot. I think it's Barstow. I think that was the last one that I saw. I think it's Barstow and Los Angeles. So, but we'll soon see. Hello, Kaylee. Okay, you know what's torture in California? When you're driving a truck, the torture thing in California is the fact that you see the speed limit sign that says 65, and you can't do it. Okay, my lane ends. Am I in any danger here? No. I love these suicide machines that love to try to cut me off. Can't tell you how many families of 4 I've killed at that merge. Okay, we're down to 366 miles, and we got an unintentional convoy here. Okay, if I gotta do 40 here, I'm gonna fucking cry right now. Okay, time to be that asshole. I'm gonna show you what a 600 horsepower Kenworth can fucking do. And one of them does not mean obey the speed traffic law. Yes, I had to unfortunately be that trucker. Holy shit! If I gotta do 40 miles per hour, fuck. Also, if you have American Trucker Series and wanted to join our trucking consortium, and no, despite anyone's idea, I do not have a thesaurus next to me. If you wanted to join up with our trucking group, our virtual trucking company is able to be found at vtlog.net/company/1308. And from there, all you do is click on the little link that says application. Only thing that's required is that you have the ATS, mainly. Because you gotta have ATS, obviously. The American Trucker Simulation. Next is a recommendation is to have the New Mexico DLC, so that if we do a convoy to New Mexico, which is sometimes we do, you have to you wouldn't be able to take part in that. Secondly, or thirdly, if you're paying attention, is that we don't limit you in your truck design. It could be anything you want, as long as the truck has a patriotic theme. Now, this is not the truck that I use when I'm in the Truckers MP. My truck, when we're in the Truckers MP, is the American flag, literally. If you want to see pictures of what that truck looks like, once again, I invite you to go to our Discord server. Link for that should be in the chat if you're on Twitch. And if you don't see it on Twitch, all you have to do is type in exclamation point and Discord. And that link never expires. Okay, we are 292 miles out. We're 6 hours away. To make the determination whether or not I'll let this guy rest, it all depends when I hear his first yawn, which now that I've said it, should be any time now. We are 285 miles away. If I don't hear his yawn, and I've got like less than 100 miles, I'm gonna just hammer down. Oh, there it is. Coming into Bakersfield. Not sure if they're... I don't know if Route 5 goes through Bakersfield. With as many times as I've been through it, both in real life and in game, I don't know what highways near Bakersfield. Oh, here we go. We got a guy in the fast lane. It's got to be doing 35. And this guy next to me wants to be so cautious. See, if I did the truck design right, the ACS logo should have appeared on that truck right there. On that, I should say, trailer. So, it's either I didn't do it right, or I put the design on a model, but not that particular one, which I'm not even sure what the fuck that means. At some point, I should actually take the time to actually get that garage in Bakersfield. But I've been doing a lot more cross-country runs. And because of which, I just haven't been spending as much time in California as I used to. Okay. Exiting bloody Bakersfield. At 270, they may or may not have us get back on the highway. So once again, welcome in. If you're just joining us, we are from Las Vegas, delivering some pallets for Best Buy, taking some pallets to Walmart. Yep, Route 5. would have helped if I could saw a sign, but yeah, no, that's not the place you want to stop there, Pele. You gotta be seriously dicking with me here. Why would you fucking stop there, you stupid shit? Go! Stupid cock. What are you... This is why you're an asshole. Stops in the middle of the lane. I'm not going because of him, and he stops right there. Holy shit. Oh, get me away from some of these, brain suntan burned California truckers. Get me the fuck away from them. Holy shit. It shows you too much sun is bad for the brain. Motherfucker. Come to a dead stop on a highway. And then that car could easily outspeed any vehicle, any semi. Looks like he's gonna go. Okay. Take a drink here. I don't remember if I turned off my blinker. Nope. No, I did. Go through a ton of blinker fluid. Okay, 220 miles out. We'll play it by ear. If that bed turns red, we'll stop. Otherwise, fuck it. Really? Give him the passing lane to do slow, huh? Okay, fine. I'm really pissing this guy off with the ladder. I really hope I made this guy miss his turn too, because he's just being a horse's ass right now. So I'm being one back. I gotta speed up and catch up to him that time. I'm just fucking with this guy. probably go ahead and find a spot to rest here. Yeah, that figures. 88 miles per hour. Good thing my flux capacitor's off. I didn't feel necessary to use the air horn. That figures. We might actually get all the way there before we find a place to rest. That's a hell of a haul. 20 grand in one haul? Shit, man. That's good for an AI driver. Oh, there we go. Set the cruise at 90 there, John. Perfect. Not going to be the disdain of every cop out there, huh? Normally I wouldn't be going this fast, but unfortunately, guys, I'm very tired right now. I don't want to slow down. Hey, and after listening to the CHP police radio broadcasts, I know this is nothing new. Guy driving on the shoulder, in and out of traffic. The only thing I haven't done is hit the pedestrians more. Then I could be a true Californian driver from what I hear on the radio. There it is. We're gonna reach our destination. Oh, blow me. You didn't get me when I was doing 90, but you got me because the speed limit dropped to 30 and I was doing 49. Jesus Christ. I don't know. How good was that? Oh, I'm in my lane. Okay, so we are in Stockton. Nope. Just starting to get tired now. Well, I knew the 5 was going to come into this eventually. Miles to go, so game time somewhere around 2 minutes. Yeah, that figures. Generally, these contracts have a lot of time, so I could probably afford a few hours, but I don't know for sure, to be honest. I didn't look what time they need it. Did find a way to cheat the game, though, without turning anything off, obviously, or whatever. I noticed that the game seems to only make you fall asleep at the wheel if you're doing a fast enough speed where you could actually theoretically do damage to your truck. So if your guy really starts to fall asleep and you're into the danger zone, if you have your guy do about 10 miles per hour, your guy will actually never fall asleep behind the wheel. At least from what I've been able to see so far. Okay, only 3 miles out. They got the mechanic right there too. I forgot how close the mechanic was. I never bought a spot up here. Well, I do have the location in San Francisco. I could buy the garage here too. Must have just turned red because he was doing that haul, that late turner haul. Okay, got our signal turned on. We are ready to turn into Wally World. We'll go ahead and see if we can't put it where they need it, which in the end sounds very dirty. You know what they say. You gotta put it where Mama needs it. Where? Oh, is it behind the building? How many people didn't think I was going to make that turn? Looks like we're backing her into Bay 1 for these guys. Wish I studied my angles better in geometry, but you know. No sense of getting obtuse about it. I'm watching the trailer, not me. Hey, Shady Ocean 58713, welcome in from Mixer. And thank you for the follow, man. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the CHP Officer 20 family. I don't know, can I get that a little straighter, you think? There we go. Back it all the way up for him. Okay. Detach. Drop the legs. 579 miles, 10 hours game time, 85 gallons consumed, and brings me to a total of $9,000. Wasn't a really big amount I was going to get for this haul anyway. However, this guy needs to rest. Or he's going to fall asleep during his next load. And the only thing I wish they would add as an update is that if this guy gets to anywhere, you know, within logical reason, not just at roadside rest stops. Since this guy does have a sleeper cab, theoretically he could, you know, pull in a parking spot right there and sleep. I have a feeling that would be an easier program, you know, to write than those cables were. Yeah, the only reason this guy hasn't fallen asleep yet is because, oh, fuck the red light. The only reason this guy hasn't fallen asleep yet is because he was simply going too slow to do so. I didn't think he was going to stop in time, and no, he wasn't. No, and this guy's going to be the ass. No, sorry. But, you know what? Fuck him. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll go ahead and buy this garage, and we will get her manned up. I also don't like having this guy go to sleep too much after too much before 7 o'clock. Just because this game at night does tend to get dark as shit and have very little ambient lighting, if anyone's familiar with the game. Okay, let's see. Well, you're rated 1.7. I'll take you. You're rated 1.7. I'll go ahead and take you. Oh, I should have hired you first. Okay, I'll go ahead and take Mr. Toby. And, okay, let's go with Jerry. Or Gary, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys some trucks. Okay, go to Kenworth. I always get them the same T680. That way they have the sleeper cab. That way they're not limited. They can go anywhere. So that enables me to actually make more money when they run loads. So gonna change the paint job here eventually. I always go with the biggest on the fuel tank. Right down there at the 600 horsepower, 1200 RPM, 2,050 pounds per foot of torque. Transmission, go with the Allison 4700. I don't know so much about the interior. It makes a damn bit of difference, but you know what they say. Go with the branding. I do like the rectangular mirrors on the front hood. I just think you see more. And Adel Raf, welcome into the channel. Thank you for following, and welcome to the CHP Officer 20 family. Set it all up. Basically, it's mostly a... I wish this game actually had, and it doesn't, but I wish it did. I wish it had the capability to save a truck layout, because I think that would just save so much time in the long and short of it. I always go with the same options, so for me right now it'd be much quicker. Just go boom, 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 and my truck is purchased, my garage is all set, as opposed to going through this each and every time I set up a new garage. Okay, we can confirm those. Each truck normally costs me in the neighborhood of about 200 grand. So we're going to go ahead and purchase. We're in Stockton or Sacramento, either way. Oops. You first. When I did have the Canadian mod installed before it was made, until it became not compatible with version 1.31, my Canadian fleet of trucks is all Peterbilt. And for the most part, my American force is all Kenworth. Except for, I think, Seattle is my only one in America that's Peterbilt. Okay. Go ahead and exit out of that. Okay. Oh, do I have to... Step out of that view. There we go. Knew there was a way to rest at my actual garage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our job market here. See if we have another load. Let's see. We are in Stockton. I don't like bobtailing to go get loads. I like to get a local load and then run it wherever. There we go. My God, I'd have to bobtail all the way to St. Louis, get a Staples trailer, and deliver it to Walmart in Wilmington, North Carolina. That would be a little bit of a bobtail. Just saying. Let's see here. Don't have a whole hell of a lot in Stockton, do they? Well, let's go ahead and I don't think I've done a whole hell of a lot with BHP, so let's go ahead and we'll haul some silica for them. This one's going to be a very quick load, though. And Alyssa, welcome in. Oh, absolutely. Well, glad you could make it. Fluffy Bunny 72408. As you see, we do have. I do want to welcome you in to the Mixer stream. As you see, though, we do have a sensor at work, so let's sit back, have some fun, have some good conversation, maybe have some laughs, and go from there. Okay, so we will go pick up our load here. I'm driving on the sidewalk here. Oh shit, I forgot I was actually in Sacramento. Oh well. And again, Fluffy Bunny, how you doing today? You know, I think it looks. I think it actually looks more funnier for the fact that he's getting his swear in, whatever it is, and then he just got that removed by Catbot. I think that's the funniest. I think that's the funniest part of the joke. You know, and I never understand why people want to come into a person's stream and try to troll them. You know, I don't bother you when you're at work. No. I let you do your job. I let you get. Make sure you get all those cars at the intersection. Get all those windshields nice and clean before the light turns green. Never understand it. Come on in, troll away, please. If you have so much free time that you want to do that, then maybe I do want your job. Triple chin alert. There's no Chinese phone book around here. Yeah. No Chinese phone book, and I think you'd have a hard time using a Chinese phone book. It requires intelligence to read. Anyway, so we are on our way to Stockton because apparently I forgot how to read a map and where I was. So I will have to bobtail a little bit just to get our load. Do want to thank everyone joining in here, Adorap. Yes, we are playing ATS. This is, of course, the single player. A little later on, perhaps we will be jumping into multiplayer. Everyone is, of course, welcome to join as long as you have the game. If you wanted to become part of our virtual trucking company, all you have to do is go to that bottom link down there at the bottom of your screen. It's vtlog.net/company/2308. And then just simply click apply. Well, I understand that. I understand that, Alyssa, but you see, then you have to really drag down the legal system, and the court system gets all fucked up. Yeah. So once again, Fluffy Bunny poking up his head again. Let's see. Don't give a hate speech. Just suck his cock. Well, you see, I'm sure someone could, except you might want to give him a choke on small objects. Yeah, you might want to give him a choke on small objects warning there, Fluffy Bunny. Okay, so we will now go ahead and go to the freight market here. King of Snakes 10. Trying to figure out who exactly you're talking to. I would quite frankly prefer it, honestly, King of Snakes. If you are referring to Fluffy Bunny, I would honestly prefer if you didn't acknowledge him. Because since that's all he wants, unfortunately his little brain wants attention. If he ever gets out of his mama's basement, filled of masturbation and trolling people's dreams, maybe he could start to put some kind of life together and not wind up in jail for 20 years, just 10. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this one here. Don't think I've ever hauled for these guys before, to be honest. So this is going to be a first-time haul here. Absolutely. You know, Fluffy Bunny, again, I wish you had, I wish I could have as much free time as you. Unfortunately, I'm busy making money, and you're busy just being a troll. So, you know. Very hardly, and it's very lowbrow to be going into those statements now. Once again, proving my initial statement is true. Low intelligence. Okay, so we are on our way to Barstow? It is Barstow or Bakersfield. Just a short hop down the highway, really. I just can't believe that I forgot we weren't in Stockton, we were in Sacramento. Oops. And am I going to clear that? Ooh, I cleared it. I didn't think I was going to clear that sign. I just don't like the short on-ramps in the west. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining in here today. I do apologize for having a troll in the chat if you're watching on Mixer. And, but I do want to thank everyone for joining in. And, of course, if you're brand new, don't forget to hit that follow button or subscribe button, just like Phoenix Shadow 16 just did. And that way you won't miss a moment of when we stream and go live. We go live 5 days a week, sometime in the afternoon time zone, afternoon in the Central Time Zone. So, you know, somewhere around 12, 1, pretty much when I can get free time. So, passing the Tesla plant. I haven't hauled for them in a while, at least not outside multiplayer. In theory, we should make this turn. Hardest thing is when you go between this game and GTA. There we go. For a moment there, my mouth and my brain were just completely disconnected. I think I don't know what I was about to call GTA, but you know what they say. Anyway, so GTA. The stopping algorithm is a lot different than in ATS. So, like I said, we're just doing a quick hop on this load. And anyway, like I was saying, we go live 5 days a week. We have the special streams on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not scheduled to stream on those days, so the only way you'll know is if you do, in fact, subscribe or follow the station. And I say subscribe or follow because on YouTube it's subscribe, on Twitch and Mixer I think it's follow, so I usually just say one way or the other. With the exception of the, are you talking about joining us on the ATS multiplayer, Adel? Because we are, of course, accepting applications for both ATS, the American Patriotic Trucking, and we are also accepting applications for the fivem community server, CHP Officer 20. You can get the link to the application for that by simply typing in the Twitch chat !apps. Or, sorry, no, app. APP. Okay, we'll take our chances against speeding ticket as we now go up to 60. You accept if I use the FIP. I'm really not following your direction on that, Adel. I mean, while on ATS single player, if you're part of the virtual trucking company, it would register your stuff into our logbook, and you'd be able to use any truck for that, because that is just single player. It's the multiplayer where you'd have to have the American something patriotic. Right. If you were to become part of the virtual trucking company and you were playing the single player, you can use any design you want. It's only if you go into multiplayer where you'd have to have the patriotic truck if you were to go into, like I said, the multiplayer mode. Like I was saying earlier about me, this is not the actual truck I use when I'm in multiplayer. The one I use when I'm in multi is is actually just one big American flag. See, where are we? 255 miles out. Holy shit! So much for me thinking this was just a quick hop. That's okay. I'll do 76, 75, 76. Highway patrol shouldn't bother me too much unless I pass one of them, which I might be right now, actually. Nope, that's just a utility with a sunroof. I don't care about the ones on the northbound side. Okay, Dan, one moment. We'll pause it real quick. Switch over. Oh. Stand by 1 second, Dan. Okay, that should work now. Oh, I think he left. He went back under the bridge to go bother somebody else. And Dan, just in case you're wondering, you're on microphone mute currently.
Yeah, I know. I was coughing.
Oh, okay. So let me figure this out. When you cough, you put it on mute. When you go take a piss, you leave your microphone on.
Oh, okay, fine. You know, I could very well just leave the microphone, put my headset on the nightstand, leave it next to my bed while I'm having sex.
So we're still talking about you in single player?
Yeah, you know, the old 5-finger shuffle.
Well, you know, 115 reps a minute.
Oh, damn that delay. Because we just said it, and now I'm hearing it back again through YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had to hear it twice. Can't you do anything in Discord or on YouTube about the trolls?
About the only thing you could, well, in Discord it's easy because in Discord I could just ban them. Or any member of Code 1 for that matter. Oh, and speaking of Code 1, wanted to give an official welcome back to Lee Williamson. He has actually been reinstated to Code 1 to undertake his original social media duties. And like I said, I just want to welcome him back. But yeah, in Discord, any member of Code 1 or myself can ban them. And, oh fuck, don't hit the car. There we go.
And oh fuck.
Yeah, well that too. I almost said a convertible. But yeah, so yeah, in Discord they could just be banned. On the other networks, as I call them, myself or any moderator can actually ban somebody doing that. he is fortunate, honestly, that Mixer is the only one that I only use bots on. So at this point, I don't think you nor Zach have an account with Mixer. But if you did, I would gladly give you those permissions too as moderator. Yeah, but with that, the moderators can ban.
You know, that being said, I know you don't know her very well, and with you know, you don't know her very well, and I only know her through Starrett and Kaylee, but her twin Alyssa is she told you, right, that she's a Fed?
Yeah. She just told me a little bit ago, and she said it before too. Oh, fuck, Bakersfield. Motherfucker. Damn you, Dan, it's all your fault.
I know, is Lone Star, which I just found out the other day was Garrett, is Lone Star a moderator?
Well, actually, Lone Star was one of our, Jesus Christ, all this fucking traffic. Hold on.
I just assumed he was.
Well, yes, give me 1 second here because I have a very jank maneuver to do that's going to cause me to probably kill a half dozen families. Okay. But yeah, no, Lone Star was actually one of our initial Code 1 people. And then he actually goes back to the day, as he will remember. He goes back to the day of Discord, where Discord was so active that he actually had to mute the water cooler because it was just too active, because we had all these kids in the water cooler. And the reason wasn't as much because we didn't have a minimum age restriction, as one of the networks I was streaming on was Mixer. Mixer gets a lot of young teenagers, and they were liking the show, they were joining Discord, and so on, and they're just making a whole lot of drama time. Then he went on, and he's still on our server, but he's primarily on a server called Hot Shots RP that I've made some guest starring roles on, and going to start doing some extra stuff with that network as well. When he decided to go that route, he actually asked to step down from Code 1, and I had him step right into a moderator position. That's the biography of me and Garrett. So, I think they're going to give us the overland route back to the other end of Bakersfield. Hauling for BHP something.
You know,
Billington.
I'll go where I was going a few minutes ago. You know, you should really, and I know neither one of us knows her very much, but from what I know from her...
and absolutely, they do indeed act as 4-year-olds. I think, honestly, Alyssa, the problem starts at home, honestly, because I think it was best said, and I'll say it again, I've said it a few times, if you haven't gotten the opportunity on YouTube Red to see the series, the revival series, Cobra Kai, it's the latest installment of Ralph Macchio's Daniel and William Zabka's Johnny.
Oh, God.
It is actually...
They're bringing back Karate Kid.
I've already seen the first season of it. And I do have to say, It is very worth seeing. It is not over dramatic. It actually, the first season, the first 2 episodes, the first episode actually brings you back into Johnny's story. So it starts off in a dream sequence, and it has him having a nightmare about that last championship fight between Daniel in 1984, and the whole episode's just him. Episode 2 is everything about Daniel, and it brings you up to date with him. And it is very well written, very well put together, and I do recommend it as far as a watchable series. I think, honestly, I'm going into cab now because the diesel engine's kind of getting annoying. But anyway, the William Zabka says that when he revives Cobra Kai, and he says to one of the girls who's being cyber bullied and being bullied physically and cyber bullied, who goes to the Cobra Kai to learn karate, and he says, gets her to say why she's there and about being bullied and the hurtful things are being said over in cyberspace, being told to kill ourselves and so on and so forth. And he thinks for a moment and says, "What pussies?" Yeah. Back in my day, we didn't use keyboards and tablets and phones or anything else. We went to that person face to face and settled it with our fists with honor. Which is the best line I've heard anybody say in a long time, because it really stands to what these kids are. For the most part, not all of them. The kids are just, they're not being raised with any sense of honor. They're not being raised with any sense of discipline. Because if you discipline your kids, you're abusing them. Okay, fine. So if you're disciplining your kids and you're abusing them, then how do you discipline them? Give them a timeout? This ain't football, lady. That's a kid. Spank them. You know, the best sound any kid could hear at any age is a belt clearing belt loops. And you don't even have to hit them with the belt. Just that sound will stun them for the rest of their life, that they will not even think of doing anything bad. You know, none of this timeout crap, this new age shit. No, you know. And while I'm on the topic, this whole thing of play dates has to die a quick death. Every time I hear somebody say the word play date, I vomit a little in my mouth. Play date? Really? What happened to you show me yours, I'll show you mine? I mean, you know, what happened to going out and laying in the grass and looking at the clouds for an hour? Just mindless entertainment, mindless fun. You just ripped that from Carlin. No, well, only half of it. About the last 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds I did. You know? Play dates just make me... It makes me cringe every time someone says it. No. Me and Jay were talking a while back. Me and him, when we were kids, we would go out, we'd play war. We'd have our gun, I used to have this rifle. I was telling him about it. It was fake, completely fake. You couldn't tell unless you actually got up close to it. But I have this rifle, it made the realistic sounds and so on. I go out, we play war with it. I even brought that. I remember one time I brought it to show and tell when I was in kindergarten, and nobody scheduled me with 100 grief counselors. No one blamed the president because a young kid has an imitation gun playing war in the backyard. You know, instead of blaming the community, if your kid robs a bank by the time they're 12, It's time for these parents to start blaming themselves. I know I would. You know? Shit. You know, if your kid winds up to be some kind of delinquent, it's a failure on the parent. You know? Plain and simple. There's a reason that up until the age of 7, the Supreme Court ruled that technically speaking, the parent is fully responsible for whatever actions the kid does legally. Kid goes out and kills somebody, the parent's responsible. You know what's really not good is the fact I'm going into all this high-tempered shit, and I didn't take my blood pressure medication today, so this could really turn out to be a good one. We could get the first episode where playing ATS, I have a heart attack on screen.
Oh yeah, I just saw it just popped up on YouTube. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I got it over here too. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if any trolls out there think, I'm echoing what John Bichette said, that out there think that what they're doing is remotely in any way funny or intelligent or smart at all, leave what Alyssa just posted on the screen. She's a first responder. She works for FEMA primarily, but she's a first responder who responded to the tragedy that occurred in Vegas. When I was talking, when John interviewed me, when I gladly went on to talk about Vegas, I was part of Vegas. I was there when the shooting occurred. And Alyssa was there, and she responded. So while everyone else was cowering away and running away, she ran towards it, and she helped people out. And then you kids have the balls to go on to John's stream and other people's stream and tease them and mock them. Let's see you do exactly what Alyssa just did, without any question in her mind at all. And then you talk to us about being a man.
Yeah, and like I said,
bring that shit to us, and
yeah,
bring that to us and see if you have anything like to stand on at all.
Yeah,
because you don't.
And like I said, all that, it goes right back to upbringing. You know, there's no honor, there's no respect, and all of these things are not things society can teach you. Not without throwing you in jail. You know, you're not going to learn them unless they throw you in jail. And, you know, you're not going to learn respect from, you're not going to earn respect legitly. You're just simply going to earn street cred among criminals. You know, that's it. So, in that situation, these kids with no morals, no ethics, no nothing. You know, and what I really don't like is these kids going on and saying how they don't support guns. Okay, and I'm not saying you gotta be for guns or not, but you know, you're going on and telling me, or not saying to me, but you're saying in general about how you're anti-gun and anti-Second Amendment and so on and so forth. You know what? You need to learn what they actually did at places like Normandy. And then you could talk to me about not needing guns. Okay, when you can talk to your grandfather, and this is true, when I could talk to my grandfather, and if I had any questions about World War II, the only thing I could ever get him to, the closest I could get him to talk about World War II, was that it happened and he was there. Never understood that. Then
haven't I met your grandfather? Haven't I met your grandfather a couple of times? Because I remember you asking him that and hearing him
Yes.
say something.
Yeah, that one you did. The other one, yeah, the other one passed on a little bit before that. But yeah, he was there, and it happened. That was it. My great uncle, he was in the communications corps in North Africa mainly, and if you needed to talk about World War II, he was your man, because he would talk about the Desert Fox. He would talk about everything and anything over there like he was a reporter. He had no problem talking about it. Never understood why my grandfather didn't want to talk about it. Then after he died, I got his discharge paperwork from the Army. And as I'm reading his points of engagement, the third item listed was Normandy. That answered it all for me. No wonder he didn't want... You know, I mean, I also knew he lost a brother in the Pacific as well. But once I saw Normandy on there, so you want to say about with a gunman in Vegas doing some shooting? He had a charge that basically watch Saving Private Ryan, except he played the real game. He had to actually charge that beach against several machine guns, and him and his squad mates. Yeah. Ironically, as a note of historical fact, Hitler was actually quoted after the Normandy invasion, because there was a Normandy worked because up north of Normandy there was a counter invasion going on to hide Normandy, to make the Germans think that they were attacking northern France as opposed to much more northern France across the Channel than Normandy itself. Hitler was quoted later afterward to say that the only two nations that could pull that off were the British and the Americans. See, when you watch me on stream, you get a history lesson too. So you walk out a better person. Okay, we're going to try to back this motherfucker in. I don't know how well this one's going to work, because I don't exactly have a whole lot of room with this trailer. This trailer is fucking huge. Absolutely, Alyssa. You money... hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
What did you type?
Oh, yeah, you should see it.
It should pop up on the script. There it is.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
200%.
And she quoted me from earlier. Go back to your parents' basement. Yeah, I have no idea. What the... It's gonna be 10 times harder for me to park it if I keep fucking up.
See, that stuff, you know, you remember from the interview, and, well, I gladly volunteered for it.
Yes.
On October 2nd. That if there's anyone, I mean, that's why I brought up Garrett. You have Garrett, who's a police officer. If there's anyone other than Garrett, and I know because you're not an actual police officer, but if there's anyone other than Garrett who would make a perfect admin, it's her.
Mm-hmm.
Because this, I mean, you can decide whatever you want to do. Because, like I said, I don't know. I know we don't know each other. She and I, and you and her don't know each other as well as you probably know Sarah, as well as I know Sarah and Haley. But from the times that I've talked to her and met her, you don't. There's people in this world that you don't. I'm trying not to use the F word. There's people in this world that you don't F word with. That's her. Like, you don't. There's laws for a reason. People, when people do that in Vegas, and then she responds the way she did, you don't chicken out and become a troll, because it's an insult to her. It's an insult to Garrett. It's an insult to all cops.
Oh, absolutely.
When you do that. And if there's anyone who will have your back, other than me, if there's anyone that would have your back, it's her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if these are the rules that you set up to be followed, she's very much, they're in place for a reason, and they're in place to protect your safety, you and other viewers. They're in place to protect everyone's safety. And in the world, we all want to be safe. We all want a place we can be happy and be safe and be loved. So that's what her job is, protect that, and to make sure that keeps going. So. Okay,
but if I gotta start loving all the viewers, I'm gonna have to start charging them more. I don't give that away for free.
And you're gonna turn the camera and the microphone off.
Oh no, I'm not. That's all going live.
Yeah, it's gonna be a free show, huh?
Oh, definitely. It's gonna be a whole voyeur affair. Which is kind of what the last time me and Jay were in the fivem server. We have some new we have a new format in it, and we're looking at some of the quick emotes that the particular player can do now, and there's one that the only way it would make sense to watch a person doing this is if they were on a stripper stage, because literally, and it was just hilarious to watch my character and Jay's character doing this on an open sidewalk. We're doing.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just put my headphones back on. I put my headphones back on, and the first thing I hear is you and Jay doing this on a sidewalk.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we were doing that. Okay, motherfucker. You know what? Jesus Christ. Detach. You know what's really funny is, like, if I come too close to something when I'm driving this thing, I'll actually make the motion in my actual chair. Okay. Tell you what.
That'd have to be a pretty big sidewalk, though. You're in Texas, he's in Georgia? Oof.
Well, you know. And then he did something. I don't even know what he did. I think he then found like the bodybuilder emotes and he started doing like sit-ups. Unfortunately, I found this one. I found this one emote that we were just happened to be in too close of a proximity to each other. And my emote really merged with his emote very well. Yeah, it really merged with his emote very well.
I have food in my mouth.
Oh, it's not going to be there for long. Found an emote that in case someone wants to role play that they're a prostitute and they are giving head. You found those emotes? I do have to give the warning until I'm able to fix it, though. Until I'm able to fix it, you do have to kind of read French. On the side note, I am starting to learn some more French. None that I could actually repeat. And not because it's dirty, but because it's, I just don't know the pronunciations. Please. It took me 2 years to learn Spanish 1. And then even with that, I had to flirt with the teacher to get through it. Passed it with a 67. I don't know if it was just I was a bad flirt or I actually need that much information. I go by the Gene Roddenberry model. I've always used sexuality, you know, being used as a sex object. I think it's fun. So I will continue to use women as sex objects, and I will continue to use men as sex objects. So it's a fair ballpark.
That was way more biographical than I ever needed it.
And just think, in 30 seconds you're going to get it again.
Oh.
Oh.
So is that why Mike spent so much time over at your house?
You know it. Okay, now, Dan, I will direct your attention when you see it in 30 seconds to the cables between the cab and the trailer. And that kind of animation took SCS 2 years to get.
Okay, now the cables between the cab and trailer.
Yeah, I angled the camera just right.
On YouTube, it's on the screen where you're in the garage.
Okay, then you just missed it, but I could show them to you again. Those cables right now, they're hanging. Those are what took 2 years to get the proper animations together. But if you really think about it, with how they had to make it flexible and realistic and so on, I can understand where that kind of that goes beyond nuanced detail. So I can understand that would take a while. Actually,
I can see cables on the back of the cab, but they're just hanging down.
yeah, they're just hanging now. But once I get a new trailer, which I will in a moment, I'll haul from these guys again. I don't haul from them enough. One last one.
You know,
Let's see.
with all the innuendo flying around, those cables just hanging down is way more descriptive than you probably intend.
Probably. And it's probably why everything on my channel has a TVMA rating. Yeah, I don't really feel like going all the way over to Fort Lauderdale. Let's... That's a little bit longer than I want to do on a... maybe for this my first haul of the day.
When you go to Vegas and you go down the strip, does the game show the whole strip? Because I know it just shipped. I saw it showing the deluxe or Mandalay Bay.
Yep. Yeah, it kind of. You gotta remember, it's kind of a condensed Vegas. because it's got to try to fit everything within a 1 to 20 ratio. You know, every 1 mile in the game is 20 miles of real life. Come on there, Mr. Dodge.
So you could walk a block. You can walk the block from the game. It can be from manually rated stratosphere in 2 steps.
Yeah, pretty much. My God, you did some math in your head? Holy shit. I think the apocalypse is near.
Me? I have a map in my head?
No, I said math. M-A-T-H.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what these guys have for me. We're not looking for something too far. Jesus Christ, New Orleans. Really? Motherfucker. You know what? I haven't been to New Orleans. It's not that far. A little further than I want to go, but fuck it. I haven't been there. In the game, anyway. Well, actually, IRL either. Baton Rouge, yes. New Orleans, no. Elton John performed in Baton Rouge about a year and a half ago.
Did you say Elton John performed in Baton Rouge about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
He has a residency in Vegas.
Well, yeah, I mean that, but he still goes. He actually still performs other places for a little bit anyway, for about the next 2 years. He did say he's retiring.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. I said the same thing. You know, him saying he's retiring is like me saying I'm retiring.
That's 3 things that'll never happen.
Yeah, precisely.
Elton, Billy, and you.
You know? Okay, so we're hauling some heavy duty, looks like possibly maybe fiber optic cable.
Come on. I just saw the cables connected to the trailer. Did you have to make your point to point that out to me?
Okay, so if you're just joining in across the land with YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, I want to go ahead and welcome you in. And don't forget, Jesus Christ, you want to run that stop sign. Jesus, really?
Yeah, little do you all know, there's a religion part of our stream. And every so often, just to be right and just to vote, John wants to make sure that we all thank Jesus.
Yeah, periodically. Well, I did come up with a very interesting piece of knowledge, actually. And yeah, I did come up with an interesting piece of information, and that is the fact that you know, what is, and he's not going to let me in, you stupid fuck. Goddamn Toyota Prius driving cumbag. Suicide machine. I could have, if I hit you, you're not making it home to dinner. But anyway, so anyway, I was thinking one day, which is probably the scariest notion, that what is the most highest called for occupation? You know, who gets the most calls? And I was thinking, you know, carpenter. And I'll prove it to you. You're walking along in your living room or something. You stub your toe and you cry out, "Jesus Christ!" There it goes. And for those and for those who don't think Jesus is Jewish, he was 30 years old, lived at home. Mother thinks he's the son of God. He's Jewish. Give it up.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going outside for the day, so I'm signing off.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go to New Orleans on this one. See you later, Dan. That last line is actually homage and giving credit to Robin Williams. And But yeah, so if you're just joining in across the network land, we are going to New Orleans to wrap things up with. We are departing out of, don't tell me I know this one, Barstow, or no, sorry, Bakersfield. We are going to probably get her up to 80. I'm going to try to get out of California before we have to stop, because we got about 1,700 miles to go. We are good on fuel. Usually this vehicle would get me about 1,800 miles on a full tank. I never push it that far because I never want to run out of gas. This thing would be a bitch to push. Okay, we'll set our cruise to 81. We'll probably get picked on a couple times by the CHP, but you know what they say. If this is anyone's first time coming on in, I want to say welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever network you're watching me on, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer. And that way you won't miss a minute, because we upload daily, Monday through Friday, with different streams, either Grand Theft Auto with the cops in the LSPDFR Matrix, or another brand of that series, the American Truck series. This one actually has 2 flavors, which is the single player and multiplayer capacities. And of course California's going to call me in, and it's going to be right the fuck here. Come on, Mr. Camaro, you gotta get past me. Gotta get past me unless you want your nice vehicle to be torn up. Just saying. Gonna be an interesting question. I'm not sure. Are they gonna take me down to 10? Or are they gonna take me down through the northern panhandle? £78,500. Let's go ahead and get our asses up to speed here and get some more distance under our belt. Like I said, a speeding violation already. At 35 miles? Fuck me. At 35 miles per hour, getting onto a 55 mile per hour road, I have a CHP officer just give me a fucking ticket. Are you serious? Bitch, I should run you off the road. 35 and a 55 because I wasn't officially on the highway yet. Are you kidding me? God damn. Only in California. Okay, as you see, we have about 540 on the vehicle. We are getting about 4.7 miles per gallon. And we are on the 40. The 40 will take us all the way into the northern panhandle. I'm curious if they're going to have us hit 10 while in Texas, or just take us across the 40 and have us go south. But I would think that would actually take us a little out of our way. I mean, the only positive of avoiding the 10 going through Houston is, as I've said before, the traffic. So we're going to go ahead and slow up our speed here. We're kind of going a little too fast for comfort. There we go. We'll lock her in at 80, 81. And pick a speed that's not too crazy, and be still going to get us a reasonable distance. Don't have to worry too much when we hit the desert states. The desert states we're mostly able to hit like 70, 75s. Then we'll hit Texas out in the plains of it, where speed limit will be 85 for most of that trip. So, hauling some fiber optic cable 3 spools of the son of a bitch. And I'm still doing 82 without a... fuck. Just caught up to Smokey here. It's going to give me another ticket. At least this one he can give me legit. Yep, there it is. That same guy just hit me twice for $1,000 a time. Apparently, he needs to up his quota. Not saying cops have quotas. Why do they always have to be that way around me? Granted, I am doing 81 miles per hour, so question answered. But it's also kind of crazy, 55 miles per hour speed limit, just because it's California. We're controlling our fossil fuels. Uh-huh. And tell me, how's that working out for you? $4 a gallon? That's a guess, by the way. I don't know what they're actually paying. I'll probably get called in because I just crossed Arizona. Anything's possible. I was once called in to going from Miami to somewhere, Birmingham, I believe. I was called into 2 way stations the entire trip. They were both in goddamn Florida. It's like, really? I'm about to cross the border into Georgia. Don't you just want to let them hit me at least once? Or are you doing this for them? In leagues with their DOT? I don't know. Okay, so this is our 3rd delivery of the shift. We are going on our way to New Orleans, Louisiana, hauling 3 spools of fiber optic cable. We are on the 40, so like I said, we are going to go through here. From here, we're going to go through Arizona, New Mexico, and eventually coming out into the northern panhandle of Texas, go through the plains, and then probably hit 10 is what I'm imagining the GPS has me doing. I could look at the map, but I'll be surprised with the rest of you. Now passing Kingman, if anyone has any relatives, hello to you. Got a Walmart on our left in that plaza. And yes, I only know that because I'm looking at the GPS. Only reason I keep that big GPS up is just for so I can at a glance look at how tired my guy's getting. And other than that, I mean, everything else I pretty much could get from in-dash. I really can't get my speed from in-dash because it only goes up to 80. So. But then again, I guess in the real thing, I wouldn't be getting my speed either because I wouldn't have that. Well, no. If I had a GPS in the truck, I would be. Okay, coming up on Phoenix. Still, and making it through Arizona doesn't matter. The fact is, if I make it all through Arizona without a way station, then I know I'm going to get called in once I reach New Mexico. Most of this travel you will, well, half the travel. Half the travel you'll be able to track me on the map, the satellite map on real time, which is going to be found at map.vtlog.net/ATS, as I'm all over the place because I'm reading another screen. From there you'll be able to see a little blue dot that will represent me. Once you click on it, you'll get my heading, where I'm trucking from, who I'm trucking for, and how fast I'm going, and I don't remember what else. You'll be able to see where I'm going. The only thing is, once I hit the New Mexico-Texas border, you will not be, I'll actually drop off the map. Only because the VT log only does the actual DLCs that are in the official game, not the Coast to Coast mod, which kind of sucks, but kind of unavoidable too. Ooh. My guys got me on it now. So, hope everyone's Wednesday is going well. Today is normally a GTA day with LSPDFR. I decided to switch to this only because I flip-flopped my days. I did GTA yesterday, and so I said I'll do this today. And that's because Monday, which was supposed to be GTA, I had a problem in-game and I couldn't actually get it to load, so that's why there wasn't a stream on Monday. At some point, the LSPDFR live streams will return. About the time I decide that I'm not going to hit this goddamn flatbed. Yep, I'm going to have to rest. I feel a little bit better about resting, at least for the fact that I'm actually in Arizona now. Probably got another, no, I was going to say probably have another 2 hours before a waypoint, but I got one coming up right now. Because I do try not to rest too soon, only because, not because I want to get to a certain point, even though that is part of it. Even though that is part of it, I try not to rest too soon, because I try not to, I try not to drive at night in this game, for the only reason of it's just too dark. There's not enough ambient lighting at the places you're going. There's not enough ambient lights at the docks. Plus, a lot of the deliveries I do, not this one necessarily. Not this one necessarily. But, yeah, not this one, but a lot of them that I actually do. We'll just stay just like this. Fuel I should be good on, so, and it's after 6 now, so we can go ahead and rest. And pick this thing up as soon as it's morning. It should be about 4 in the morning, yep. Yeah, it's just way too dark at the places you're actually going. You know, and like I said, most of my deliveries are to like Walmarts and Staples and Best Buys, and you're not going to just drop a trailer in the middle of the night and leave. You know, a lot of times trailers got to get unloaded or things like that. You got to get them signed off on. So, yeah, you're not just going to pull up to a Walmart, drop a trailer, and depart. So, and then, yeah, a lot of times it is way too difficult to load up the trailer because it's just too dark. So, I'll drive like at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning when I know I got dawn relatively sooner on the bend. So, we are back on the road. Once again, I still say it again and again and again and again, I do not like the short on-ramps out west. I really can't stand them. So, if it's anyone's first time here on a stream, welcome. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, whether you're on Mixer, YouTube, or on Twitch. That way you won't miss a future live stream. We go live 5 days a week. I have a lot of special spur-of-the-moment streams. Also, if you're viewing on Twitch, you can go ahead and do exclamation point Discord, and you can actually join our Discord server. There you can get a lot of behind the scenes pictures and things of that nature. Me, Jay, and Zach do a lot, and Reed do a lot of posting in the American Trucker gallery, which is down at the bottom of all the rooms of the Discord selections. So there is always a lot to do. As I try to get back up to speed here, these 3 spools of fiber optic are kind of heavy and expensive too. Mr. Mustang here doesn't want to drive too fast apparently. That's okay. We'll go ahead and pass him up and get us back on our way. We should still be on the I-40 if I'm not mistaken. I always love the high-speed cornerings. So like I was saying, there's daybreak. I love daybreak in this game, though. I just think it looks so neat with the sun coming off the horizon. You're kind of driving into it. Yeah, I love the sunrises and the sunsets in these kind of games. Whoops. That would be why I kind of lost control just then, because I didn't look down and I didn't realize I was doing 88. My God, I am pulling 3. Now this really shows you the power of a Kenworth 600 horsepower engine. I'm pulling. Normally I'm not pulling like this. I'm not pulling, 98 miles per hour, but I'm pulling 98 miles per hour with 3 big things of fiber optic cable. About to kill a family of 4 going to work. Yeah, that's the power of the Kenworth engine right now that I'm using. Okay, this guy's doing 70 miles per hour. Come on, guy. It's one thing to go the speed limit, but when you're going intentionally slower, I already know what's going to happen when I go over to pass him. He's going to speed his ass right up. Yeah, you see? Game's just like fucking real life. Now he remembers where the accelerator is because we're going into a bunch of clusterfuck traffic and he doesn't want me in front of him. bullshit. Highly illegal, but you know what? Fuck it. Jesus Christ. I have to fuck with that in real life. I'm not fucking with it in a video game. Just saying. At least here I can do something, and I don't think a cop saw any of that, so I think I'm good. Because they will get you for driving the wrong way, driving and you know, doing illegal and stupid stuff. They will get you for the other things besides speeding. Okay, so we are at just under 1,300 miles away. Fuck. Oh, there it is. I simply grazed the gate. Luckily, it didn't cause any too long-lasting damage. It's because when I have to blow the horn, it's actually my L3. So sometimes when I blow the horn, if I'm trying to go around a curve, it straightens my wheel out for a second, and I go right into the fucking post or whatever. Luckily, I only grazed it this time, so it didn't really cause any true damage. I don't think it did anything to the trailer, at least, so. But yeah, that's the only thing about me doing too much of the horn, but I'm noticing this is a little bit more congested, too. A little bit more congested than a normal Arizona day. Side effect of hitting your horn in this game. I don't think I've used the horn this much since I got the bloody thing than I have today. Okay, so 12,500. Can't believe I haven't been called into a way station yet. Or did I? I don't remember now. I know I got called into one in California. And, oh, and the CHP ticketed me. Didn't get called into one through Arizona, so I know I am due for New Mexico. There it is. I do like the fact that the different way stations you go in any of the 50 states when you use the coast to coast. They are different. It's not like you're going to the same one. This next time when I have to sleep, I am going to also have to get gas. Passing through Gallup. Right after this is the last state that you'll be able to track me in real time at that very top link. map.vtlog.net/ATS. After I pass out of New Mexico, I pass into Texas, and that's where that satellite map ends. If you have the game and wanted to join a virtual trucking company with in the RP, you can go to vtlog.net/company/2308. Hit the application button, and it's a red one on the left hand side, and once you do that, we will get in touch and approve your application. Locker in right at 80, that's perfect. And Bob Barker 1233, welcome into the stream from Twitch. No, not in a camper, my good man. It is actually a I should actually be technically speaking, I should be on the left hand side, so I should probably move my camera at some point so I can get me on the correct side of the image. The image is actually, if you had a camera actually in game, looking back at me, that would actually be what the bed of the sleeper would look like. Yeah, that's actually what the bed of the sleeper would look like. But technically speaking, I should be on the other side, because technically I'd be in the passenger seat. I always fight with those rumble strips on the left. So we are on our way to New Orleans. We are currently in New Mexico, just entered. Absolutely, Bob Barker, my pleasure to help you out there. Don't forget, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button actually on Twitch, and that way you won't miss a broadcast. We go live 5 days a week with this or LSPDFR. And you can get other links. I do have some commands set up for those of you on Twitch. You can get those at !commands. And there's commands in there to join our Discord server. You can join our YouTube station as well. And you can join us on Twitter. Okay, passing through Albuquerque. If you want to say it like Bugs Bunny used to. Bugs Bunny used to take that wrong turn at Albuquerque all the time. And Bob Barker, thank you for the follow, man, and welcome to the CHP Officer 20 family. Coming through the 40 through New Mexico here. I really do like the level of detail that SCS puts forth in its DLC packs. New Mexico actually does have this kind of artistry on their highway system. Absolutely, Bob. I am sorry for your loss on that. And I will see you tomorrow. Safe driving to you as well, sir. Okay, passing through Albuquerque right now. That's the exit port. Did not see an exit number. We are, of course, doing 80, but speed limit 75, so we shouldn't even get harassed by any cops. In theory. It's usually the times I say that I will get harassed. But yeah, they're going to keep us right on the 40, so we're going to go right through Santa Rosa, and we're going to go right into the northern pan of Texas. A little bit about the trucking company. First obvious requirements, you do have to have American Truck Simulator. That's the obvious one. The recommendation is to have the New Mexico DLC. That way when we do our convoys, you're able to actually partake in those. If you do not have the DLC, you will not be able to. Also, the only other requirement is that in-game on server with the multiplayer, you do have to have a truck that is patriotic themed. There are many designs of that, so by no means are we limiting you. It's just the name of the company is American Patriot Trucking. Okay, there is Highway 66. One of these days, I'm going to go ahead and get off on 66 and drive the damn thing. Just to see how well both SCS and the designers of Coast to Coast have done on that in particular highway. Haven't been on it yet. So, Jesus Christ, that guy returned to a garage costing me $1,795. So that means everything that Ahmed just brought into me went plus $3 is what I just paid out. I gotta have a word with wherever he is. That guy's hanging in there stamina wise. We're about halfway through. We're gonna be, once we hit Santa Fe, we're really holy fuck. Hell of a time for that Peterbilt to decide he wanted to get over. Didn't know if he was gonna see me, just saying. Anyway, once we hit Santa Fe, we're gonna be almost halfway through the state of New Mexico. These states are just large states. There's no other way to say, hey, look, it's Clark Griswold in front of us. Only thing is, I'm not Christy Brinkley and not about to try to seduce him. Anyway. Okay, fuel is hanging in there. Like I said, it's going to be when we stop that I'll get fuel. Right now, I probably still have enough. I got just over a half a tank, so that should still get us about 800 miles before empty. So I will pull off at our next rest station or exit when we have to stop. Other than that, I mean, we could almost make it on the fuel we had. Probably could. Maybe sputtering into New Orleans, but, you know. So, still on the 40. We are about 20 hours game time out of New Orleans. Wish there was Mardi Gras time. We could take in the Mardi Gras, but you know, I'm not that lucky. Get to Mardi Gras, get to New Orleans for Mardi Gras the day after it's over. Made $4 from Mary Ann. Don't know where the hell she's out of, but thank you, Mary Ann. Where I'm reading that is just that little ticker tape below the pop-out GPS. And periodically shows you what my drivers make and or made me spend. I do get all my drivers. I give them all. I do give them all the same T680 with 600 horse. The reason I do that is just so that as they level up, eventually they will all be a level where getting longer hauls across state lines is going to be possible. So that's why I do what I do. Got possibly something with the border control up here. We might have to slow up. Unless it's going to be off at the exit. Yep, it's going to be on the exit. That's good enough for me. Oh, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Come on there, Pele. Come on. I'm driving in the goddamn median, you schmuck. That's what you call a last-minute decision to save lives. I didn't know if I was going to topple. I didn't know if I was going to be able to successfully do that. But it was that. Yeah, it was that. Or take a chance and... wind up okay, and well, we wound up okay. We didn't even damage the load. Oh, I thought I had 3 of them. Unless I did have 3 of them and I left one back there. But yeah, no, it looked like all that shit was taking place at the looked like it was taking place on the off ramp, so I didn't think for a moment it would have been in the road. Looks like we're going to probably be able to make it all the way to Texas before we're going to be stopping. So I'll tell you right now, most of that 800 miles is going to be Texas. 900 miles is going to be Texas. As you just saw, we passed an Amarillo sign. There it is. Go up to 82, 83. Since we're about to cross the Texas border, we're going to go from speeding to not so much. Yeah, we're definitely going to be stopping in Texas. I Can't believe my guys hung in there so long, though. Whoops. Thank God that wasn't too close to him. And up ahead, Texas border coming up. You are now... Oh, I never noticed that before. I never noticed that that actually had the time zone listed. How it says you are now in the central time zone. I never knew it had that listed on the ground like it actually does. I never noticed that sign before, and I've crossed this border many times in the game, and I never saw that before. That was cool as shit. Okay, how are we doing on gas? We're still half tank, so if he's not tired, I'm good enough just to keep pressing. We'll take our next exit, which is probably going to be about right, honestly. In case you're wondering how I know we're at half a tank, fuel gauge is that gauge that is to the immediate right of the speedometer. It's almost like the needle is pointing towards it. That is the nice thing, though, is that the needles actually do work in all the gauges, so it does bring you a little bit more in. There's Amarillo. Okay, I think we're going to make it probably... We might make it another couple exits. I mean, right now... Yeah, it really sucks because, yeah, most of that 800 miles is going to be Texas. Yep, I would hit the one point that drops to 60 and have it be a cop right there. I want to go at least 3 more hours, though. The trailer's on it. Yeah, I want to go at least 3 more hours. 2 to 3. Not really too demanding on that number. But, yeah, I want to go at least 2 to 3. That way... when I start hauling again, it will be without killing him. And when I start hauling again, it will be mostly daylight, so... Takes a little bit of practice to try to get your guy set up to drive in the day, sleep at night. It's very easy to fuck that up. If you don't hammer down at times to hammer through, like right now if I was to rest, I'd be driving again at 1, 2 in the morning. we'll go up to 83. Texas is one of those hard in the game. It's one of those hardest states to speed through because when it goes up to 85, there's just no way you're gonna put the trap. You know, you're gonna go what, 88? Yeah. That's speeding, but that's not worth mentioning. So, right around 5, you know, 5:30-ish, 6 o'clock-ish, game time is about when I try to sleep, and then once that happens, I'm able just to, I might have an hour or two of dawn to go through, but it's nothing too bad, especially when I don't have to connect to a trailer or try to find a way to park one. So, if you just join... What? That seems legit. So, that's going to be the trailer damage that, when I was honking the horn at the one guy a few states back, I took some engine damage because the horn on the controller is the L3, and sometimes when you're trying to take a turn and you blow your horn, it puts your wheel straight for a moment, and it was at the wrong moment, and well, I wound up clipping a barricade, and well, you know the rest of that story. Okay, so 81, we're going to try to get her back up to... I'm surprised. There it is. Did it give me the bypass? I thought it said to pull in. No, it said to pull in. Okay. Okay, looks like Childress might be our stopping point here. If Childress has a repair station. Nope. If it had a stopping point, I would have stopped. As you can tell from the plates, we are in the great state of Texas. If you couldn't tell from seeing Childress on the GPS. Just trying to burrow through here, and if it gets to like 5:30 by the time I hit that rest stop, I'll stop. Long lights. That's all I got to say about that one. Get out in the passing lane because no way do I want to be stuck behind two semis. Only problem with the sun visor I have is I can't see the lights if I'm in first person. Guess I'll throw my beacons on. Since they are calling me in at every way station, I guess I will consider myself a heavy load. Well, wide load. Okay, so we got Wichita Falls and Dallas on our next haul-throughs. Probably get up as far as Dallas and then just pull in and rest. On our way to New Orleans, our initial spot of takeoff was Bakersfield. No, sorry. Yes, Bakersfield. Hauling, as you can tell, some fiber optic cable. We are currently within the state of Texas. Our cruise control on. That'll help us conserve a little bit of fuel. So if you're just joining in and watching us, welcome to the stream and thank you for joining today's triple feature. This is load number 3 we are running for the American Patriot Trucking Company, which is company 2308. Found at btlog.net/company/2308. We do need to get into a mechanic shop, as you can just tell. So we're down to about 680 miles. I told you most of that, when we passed into Texas, there's about 900 miles. And I told you right then and there, from that New Mexico-Texas border, all the way through, depending on where they route me. If I go on 10, they're going to route me through Houston. And, which is possible because they're having me take more of a southerly direction here. But, yeah, if they have me take the 10, then, yeah, if they have me take 10, most of that 900 miles is going to be traveled inside of Texas. If anyone has any questions how big this state is, got our beacons on since we are carrying a heavy load, since we are getting called into every rest stop. speed limit just dropped to 75. I think we'll muscle through to Dallas. Do some aerial shots for a little bit. Well, kind of aerial. Yeah, oh, good old DFW. Some of this, I'm not even using the GPS. Okay, fine, most of it, but you know, when you hit the state, I know. We'll take her back up to our 80 plus because we'll get ready for the speed limit to jump. Yeah. But also we're going to be getting off here soon so our guy can refuel and rest. South. Just passed through Decatur. I was possibly going to maybe stop there. Oh, looks like I'm getting an opportunity though. Because it is after 6 o'clock now, and we'll probably be, this guy will probably be waking up about. Oh, there's our first yawn morning. Gotta go around this bend and probably about 3-4 miles up the road here. actually parking the trailer. Yeah, I'm actually parking the trailer because this way I don't have to do these tight turns with the trailer connected. Okay, so this will take care of our engine damage. And we'll refuel our engine tank from almost empty, so this one should cost me a fucking arm and a goddamn leg. Almost $450, but that was almost filling it from empty. I mean, that was the total fuel capacity of this rig is only 300 gallons. And I just put in 230. So I'm going to go ahead and just proceed back over here real quick. Already worked it out with the manager so I can park my trailer there. As you see how dark it really gets, I mean, if you don't have your headlights on it, if you don't have your headlights on it, the ambient lighting is actually pretty much worthless. Okay. Go ahead and get ourselves back on the highway here and back en route for New Orleans. just past that 3 hours live mark. We are 600 miles from New Orleans, so we are basically going to get there roughly at about 4 p.m. We do turn on red. As long as they don't ticket us, what the hell? Definitely feel the weight of the trailer as you're trying to speed up. Okay, we're at 584 miles. Oh. Not aware of any major airports in the area, so I hope that's a crop duster. Otherwise, they're flying awfully low. Once this truck gets up to speed, I'm just surprised when I'm doing like 86. Got a Bobcat and Peterbilt. Bobtailing. I don't know where the hell I got Bobcatting from, but you know, maybe it's gold weight. I don't know. Got Dallas coming up out of the darkness here. Already have a garage in Dallas, so got a garage in Dallas and Houston. It's my endeavor to try to get a garage in every state. Some states like Texas are going to have more than one just because of their sheer size. California is going to be one of those states. Dallas is one of, Texas is one of those states. I got 3 or 4 of them in Texas. Don't know. I can't remember how many I have in California right now. I think 3. I think I have multiple. I know I have multiples in Florida. Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale seems to ring a bell. Didn't know what the hell that yellow truck wanted to do. Didn't know if he wanted every lane but and mine. Trailers riding right on those rumble strips. Okay, we are on the 45 now. With 500 miles left to go on this 3 separate load episode of American Truck of the the America Truck Series, brought to you by CHP Officer 20. There we go. Lock her in at 82, and we're good to go. Eventually, speed limit jumps up. I think though, right now, I think it stays pretty consistent, 75 for most of the trip left. I do want to thank and welcome everyone for joining in today on Wednesday, celebrating the hump day, the midway point of your work week. Thank you for joining in with me, and taking a little trip across the country here today. We did two short runs. We did a Vegas to Sacramento, then we did a Sacramento to Bakersfield, and now a Bakersfield out to New Orleans. And that trip is mostly done. Most of the, like I said earlier, we had a 900-mile trek, and I said most of that 900 is going to be spent inside Texas. We've only had her so far refuel once. We've actually only slept once so far. So the methamphetamine seems to be doing well. Got some Peterbilts over there, still sleeping the morning away. Carrying some cable. Anyone watching me over the Twitch, you can get our commands in chat at !commands. There you can get our link for our Discord server. You can get our link for our YouTube station. You can get our link for Twitter. You can... There are just a lot of them. I just can't go over all of them. But yeah, there are a lot of them that you can easily get the information to be able to follow and stay in the know. On our Discord server, between myself, Jay, Zach, and Reed, we post a lot of pictures from ATS. So we post a lot of good pictures from within the game. A lot of things that would make good desktop pictures. If you wanted to watch us in real time, as far as on a satellite map, which is a pretty cool feature, you can go to map.vtlog.net/ATS at the bottom of your screen there, and you'll actually see a satellite map image and a lot of blue dots on it. You won't see mine on it right now though, because it only tracks you while you're in California, New Mexico, Arizona, and Vegas, and Nevada. If you have America Truck Simulator and want to join a virtual trucking company, we are hiring. vtlog.net/company/2308, and you'll just need to click the red apply button. We'll get in touch with you and go from there. You can also follow us along at Twitter, ACS77043, and of course on Facebook, CHP Officer 20. And Let Gucci Gang 38 welcome into the stream from Mixer. Glad you can join up and join us for the 400-mile conclusion here. And Let Gucci Gang 38 welcome in. Thank you for the follow on Mixer, and welcome into the CHP Officer 20 family. So we are at 425 miles, about 8 hours, game time of course. According to our GPS, we should be there about 3:30 p.m. Central Standards, or Daylight Time. Going about 81 miles per hour, which it's speeding, but it's only speeding by about 5-6 miles per hour. So shouldn't get harassed too much. Got a full tank and a couple bales of fiber optic cable. They're going to New Orleans. Truck currently getting me about 4.7 miles to the gallon, with a 600 horsepower engine and 7-speed transmission. Vehicle could actually go faster than this. Of course, you know, going too much faster than 80 kind of loses realism as far as I'm concerned. Even though I have done it, mostly when I just gotten fed up or pissed off. Either way. .384 miles left. Good thing about Texas, it's large, but it does permit you the manageable speed limit, so you can actually make up some of the ground. It's still a bloody huge state. Just saying. I don't think it has me getting off here though. Nope. Better go past this one. And taking this one. Slow things up just a tad so I don't go flying off the off-ramp. Rather tight hairpin turn around here. That would have put me easily off the road. Lord knows what it would have actually done to me. Okay, so we've just picked up about a half hour on the our ETA, estimated time of arrival. Watching my speed here so I can get back up to 80, 81 or so. Maximilian T only bringing in $1,700. Get all the way up to 85, and then I go up a bloody hill. Ah, yeah, like that. Get all that speed, and then I lose it. Yep. I knew I'd end up on the 10 eventually. Just didn't know if it was going to route me on the 10 through Houston or not. So. I could almost stop by and see me in the digital universe. I wonder if I see me in the digital universe, is it still me playing the game? So about 5 hours and 40 minutes puts us at arrival at about probably around, I'm gonna guess 1:30 p.m. Game time, of course. Okay, well, we're soon going to see, because I know I'm not going to have to rest again, so I'm not going to lose any time doing that. So, got the cruise set at 85, so we are going to be making some time up here. One hell of a journey here. They had other ones I could have picked. Was going to have them go all the way to the East Coast, and that was even too. I knew those were too long, but I was considering this one too long. But you know, they say. Fascinating. Maybe if I had my GPS brought out more, because it is true the 10 doesn't actually go through Houston, it does kind of go around it. So maybe if I had my GPS on a different, more scaled outward, I probably would have saw it. Now Louisiana, I think is usually pretty good. They usually don't call me in for needing to go into a way station, so we should be good to go. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any major turns till we actually exit the 10. Once again, anyone brand new to the series, I do want to thank you for joining in. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever network you're watching me on, whether it's YouTube or Mixer or Twitch. That way you won't miss a minute of the action. We go live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We do a lot of special recording and streaming. Things that are not necessarily posted as part of the regular schedule. So subscribing is your way of never missing it. With ATS, of course, we have that virtual trucking company. If you have the game and want to join, we do have that secondary link right there at the bottom. vtlog.net/company/2308. You can also follow along with us at ACS77043 on Twitter and CHP Officer 20 on Facebook. If you're viewing us on Twitch, you can get our commands for the chat, !! commands. Okay, we're 149. I said we would get there ETA 1:30 game time. We're gonna see. I might actually be off on that, because we're picking up time doing 85. Cops are almost non-existent, so Coming in, I can almost taste the jambalaya from New Orleans. Now I say that, I'm hungry. God damn it. Now I gotta drive to New Orleans and actually get it. No, I like jambalaya. I don't like it that much that I'm willing to drive, you know, 300 miles in something other than a video game. Can't even get me to go around the block some days. Okay, so 127 miles. Should be, according to the GPS, it's going to be 2 hours, but I don't think so. 2 hours at 85 miles per hour, you're going to get there, you're going to do 170 miles. I'm going to overshoot it. Just made 16 grand. Good. The nice thing about having all the garage workers is, of course, it enables me to take these longer trips, pay for things like fuel and whatnot, and repairs on the fly. And even if I didn't have as much money as I do, I could actually afford to do these longer trips. Of course, when you start the game, you have nothing. You don't even have a bank that wants to loan you anything. Okay, we are under 100 miles. So, we are getting close. We are hauling some, we're hauling 2-barrel, I don't even know anymore. Hauling 2 big things of fiber optic cable, going from Barstow, California to New Orleans, down in Louisiana. We are now in Louisiana. We are 73 miles away from delivery. Yep, no, I was wrong. I said an hour. I said at 1:30 p.m. Central we would arrive, and we're going to arrive before that. We're at 12:50 ETA prediction as it stands right now. And it's still going down from there, so we're definitely going to be making it. I'd say we could probably get there at 12:30 if it keeps going down like it is. Oh, hell. Did not mean to do that. Don't understand quite how that happened, but okay. Yep, I see the end point. Oop. Oh, must be going up a slight incline. I got over, I'm assuming I'm getting off the 10. That would seem logical to me. Nope. We're going to the other end of New Orleans. Miles out. Cruise control off. Coaster into the exit. Give you a bird's eye view. There are hazards on. I'll park it wherever these guys want it. Now this load undertook a little bit of damage on the way, but all in all, still not bad. Okay. Detach. And satisfactory. I knew. We had a couple instances there where I almost took out a family of 4 times 3. Barstow to New Orleans. Either way. But we still got 36 grand out of it. So let's go ahead and I don't know if I have a garage here or not. Didn't know if I was going to clear that. Turn off our 4-ways and our flashers. We're just going to go on to the other side of these bridges. Oops, that was on the sidewalk. another garage here. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade the thing immediately. Yep, we'll go with you. I always go based on rating first, and then any of their skills. I'm at the bottom of the barrel, aren't I? He's got 2 skills at least. Not really impressed with the level I'm getting here. Hey, he may look silly, but he's got 2 skills. Okay, Susan V gets the last spot. We'll go Kenworth out of Dallas. And this is where I always wish that this thing could have been saved. Just because it's kind of ridiculous. I got to do the same. I do the same settings for every truck. And it would just be such a time saver if I could save the configuration. Get my front rectangular mirrors. There we go. Oh, I know, put the other mirror on there. There it is. Yeah, like I said, I select the same thing every time. So for someone like me, this would just be such a time saver. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, now the truck is saved. Well, saved for this use, let's put it that way. Okay, purchase. We are going to New Orleans. So let's see, how are we doing actually? We got, yeah, like I said, we got 4 of them in Texas. Got the one here. That's pretty much it because there's not too much to Louisiana, at least in the game. We got to get one still in Mississippi. Alabama and Georgia, we have them. Got 3 in Florida. New York's got one at either end of the thruway. Looks like New Hampshire's got one, so I don't have the rest of New England yet. I can't tell if that's actually in Jersey or PA. Yeah, still got some work to do. I always give them the same one. I say this a few times, but I always give them the same one because this way they have the same engine, same hauling capacity. Things are equal across the board. I give them all the sleeper cab, mainly because this way, as they get more skilled, they're able to take the longer and further loads, and they don't have a day cab. They have an actual sleeper that I don't have to upgrade. I'd rather have just go that way than, yeah, I'd just rather have it be that way as opposed to any other. Okay, don't know what's there, don't know what's there. Who knows, maybe I'll put another, what do you call it there? Maybe I'll put another garage in Pensacola, because I kind of go right up that panhandle, so. Okay, just a quick look at the company as we look at it. 35 garages are owned with 175 trucks and 175 workers. Profit for the last 7 days at $3 million. Average daily at 438,927. Average garage productivity is at 60%. Our most productive is going to go to a four-way tie with Seattle, Portland, Vegas, and Burlington. Vegas, of course, being our headquarters. So Burlington, Vermont, Vegas, which is kind of like on its own, except for there's 2 New York locations. Then Vegas, Portland, Seattle. Miami's very productive, along with our Houston location. Oh, I didn't know Houston was Peterbilt. I may have gone Peterbilt because I think there's a Peterbilt dealership, so that might be why. Albany not doing bad. Vegas, there it is. Los Angeles doing well. Anyone in trouble productivity-wise? Well, Sacramento I just opened. I'm not worried about them. These are our Vegas locations, so it is what it is. Vegas. These are our Canadian locations, and right now we don't have the Canadian mod in because it's not compatible. New Orleans I just opened. Sacramento I just opened up last night, along with San Francisco's just relatively new. So these 3 are getting a pass. Huntsville is getting to a point where it's not in a passable area anymore, so hopefully that number keeps coming up. Cheyenne, St. Louis, Reno. Again, hopefully these four will come up, because these 4 are definitely not in that zone of passability anymore for length of time being open. Okay, so that will go ahead and wrap it up for us. We went about 3 hours and 45, and that will put us about 3 hours and 35 as far as live time. I want to thank everyone who's joined in, everyone who followed the channel today, and is continuing to show their support for the CHP Officer 20 brand. I thank you for all that and everything you've done for me for the past almost 2 years now. So I want to thank you all. Again, Bob Barker 1233 from Twitch. You have my deepest sympathies for your loss, and have a great upcoming rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. As far as everything else, like I said, we will be back tomorrow with our Thursday. We'll either do Trucker. I haven't decided if we'll do Trucker or if we'll do GTA. Not sure. Yeah, so want to thank everyone for joining in. Alyssa, yes, what you got on your mind? Our wrap-up question here. Oops. Well, that's where the That's where the background cuts off, huh? Yeah, definitely. I could see what I can do, Alyssa. I mean, you come recommended based on Dan, so I think that's a good enough recommendation. I can put you as a moderator on YouTube. That's not a problem. Also, if you consider making a Mixer account and give me your username there, I definitely make you a moderator over on Mixer. Apparently, we need it. Anyway, thank you for that, Alyssa. I will take care of that hopefully before next stream. And I want to thank you for being part of it as well. Oh, of course, Alyssa. Other than that, I want to thank everyone for joining in and spending a little bit of your Wednesday hump day with me here today and the CHP Officer brand. I will see you tomorrow with either the LSPDFR or the or more ATS trucker. Other than that, thank you for joining in, and until next time, as always, 1 AM 20 dispatch, show me code 4 10-7, and of course 10-42.
Like stars that shine in darkness goes so bright. You once told me I'd have to dim my